Coming to get you, Barbara.
Here's Johnny.
Like scary.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Scared Speechless, the podcast where two jacks who are a little frosty try and find the words to describe our favorite and least favorite horror films. I am your host, Jake, along with my co-host, Aaron.
What was that again?
We're two jacks who are a little frosty.
Oh, you know we are.
Hell yeah, Wendy's frosty.
Dude, I fucking love Wendy's Frosty. I fucking had the pumpkin spice one, and it was the
I have
best.
not had a Wendy's frosty in quite a hot minute. I can't remember the last time I had one, actually.
If you're like a civilized individual, you dip your fries in your Frosty whenever you do get one.
Yeah, I heard people do that. I don't know. I'd rather just eat my fries without dipping them in a shake. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'd rather dip my fries in
Yeah,
some
well,
barbecue
That's
sauce or
terrible,
ketchup.
so- No, I'm judging
It's
you.
fine.
No, because it's delicious and it's amazing. And
I
you should
don't
try
love
it.
milkshakes to begin with. I'm more of a smoothie guy. I enjoy
No?
like a strawberry
Yeah.
banana smoothie, you know. Not the biggest milkshake.
Alright.
It's
Oh, I
fine.
love straw banana.
Yeah. Strawberry banana.
Straw banana.
A
is
mango
lovely.
smoothie kind of hits the spot. I feel like this is like the third straight podcast where we end up just talking about food. We didn't even talk about the movie yet. Aaron, could you
Yeah.
let us know what we are talking about on this episode here of Scared Speechless?
We're talking about Jack Frost. It's called a video. It is from 1997. It's rated R. It's an hour and 29 minutes. It is rated on IMDb 4.7 out of 10. It is directed by Michael Cooney. It is written by Jeremy Page and Michael Cooney. Stars Scott McDonald, Christopher Allport, and Stephen Mendel.
And Elizabeth Shannon, or Shannon Elizabeth, whatever her name is.
And
But she's from American Pie. It's
Shannon Elizabeth.
it's
yeah.
Nadia from American Pie. Have you seen American
Is she
Pie?
really? No, but I felt like she looked familiar.
Oh, she's also in Scary Movie 1.
Maybe she was in. What else has she been in? Oh,
She's in
maybe that's
Scary
her.
Movie 1 and yeah, she's from American Pie and Scary Movie 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cuz
That's exactly who I thought.
yeah, in
that's exactly
Scary
who I
Movie,
thought she
she's
was.
like the friend who like is like, "Oh, is this the part where like I'm supposed to scream, 'Don't kill me?'" and she gets like decapitated and she's still talking shit to the killer.
Yeah,
It's
so
a funny scene. It's so
Oh my god,
it's so funny though because in American Pie she plays a foreign exchange student named Nadia. So there's like her name is again Shannon Elizabeth, which is like one of the whitest sounding names ever, and and yet in American
So true.
Pie she plays like this like foreign exchange student named Nadia who has like this like thick accent. And then like in the like American Pie was the first thing I saw her in. So I just like I don't know. I was like, "Oh, she's a little tan, I guess."
Yeah.
And like like I didn't realize it wasn't her real voice.
Yeah.
And then I saw Scary Movie and I was like, "Oh, no, that's not okay." It's like shit, it's so funny.
I need to watch all these movies.
Have
again.
you ever seen the Terminator 2 Judgment Day?
Yeah, but last I did, I was like really little, so I don't remember.
So it's
much.
been a while. It's another scenario where
My dad used to show me that.
oh,
yeah.
I love Terminator 2, but Terminator 2 is like a dad movie. Like there's certain movies that good or bad are just like dad movies. Terminator is up there. you will not find a dad who doesn't like the Jason Bourne movies. Like every dad fucking loves the Jason Bourne movies. It's like the Bourne trilogy
Oh my
is like
god, dude,
I
that
love
is
them. They're
so
fun, but it's like
damn.
the type of
You're
movie like
that's
you
so
come
true. My dad loves the Bourne
exactly.
trilogy.
No, it's like the type of movie you come home on like a Sunday and like your dad is just watching like The Bourne Supremacy and it's like halfway through and he's just like some good shit, man. Uh,
Yeah.
Anyway, getting off the track. We wanted this to be a quicker episode because
Oh
it's fucking
god.
Jack Frost. But yeah, Jack Frost. So yeah, the cast pretty unknown people. Oh, the one girl in it.
Uh-huh.
No. Wait, I'm getting my movies mixed up. I didn't do anything today. I just watched a bunch of movies. But
Shannon Elizabeth.
yeah, Shannon Elizabeth. She is something in this movie. But we'll get to that. Um. Did we say what the plot was yet?
No. Hang on, let me see. Okay. After an accident that left murderer Jack Frost dead in genetic material, the vengeful kill genetic material. Yeah. The vengeful killer returns as a murderous snowman to exact his revenge on the man who sent him to be executed. So from this, like what I it had quite the vibe of like Chucky, like the first Child's Play
Mm-hmm.
movie, and I thought it was like that, but with like um more of a vibe of like killer clowns
Mm-hmm.
from outer space, but not executed as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's there's no surprise. This movie is not.
Yeah,
I think you mentioned the IMDb score being like a 4 something. I think it has like a
yeah.
16% or like a 19% on Rotten Tomatoes or something of that sort. It's like this is not exactly a highly acclaimed piece of cinema to put it lightly. But
No, I mean, hey, if I'm being totally
yeah.
honest, I would say that I kind of like this movie. I feel like it may be a little underrated.
There are there are elements of this movie that I definitely enjoy and appreciate. And coming off of Thanksgiving 3, I
Mhm.
mean there's only like one way you can go and it's up from there. Like we really kind of
Oh my god,
hit the
yeah.
bottom of the fucking barrel when it came to horror
Yeah.
movies, especially like holiday centric horror movies. So this one was uh yeah, it was nice to get back to something that was at least kind of fun. Okay. We had a little bit of technical issues there. Gotta love the Wi-Fi and the connection.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
That was the only problem.
yeah, the
And
only
nothing else.
and nothing else of note.
Nope.
Um, yeah. So, fucking Jack Frost.
I
Yeah,
liked it.
I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a little too long. I think it could have been an hour 20. Like I feel like I feel like I don't know if it was like a running joke, but I feel like they killed Jack Frost, like Snowman Jack Frost, like 3 or 4 fucking times and
Oh my god,
he
yeah.
just kept coming back to life.
Yeah.
And they like tried multiple things too. Like they tried shooting him.
Yeah.
They tried. I thought one of my
Blowing him
favorite
up.
blowing him up. My favorite, the blow dryers. They all get like
Oh my god, dude.
there's like a line of them. There's like 15 blow dryers in their hands, and they just fucking blow dry him
Which
and
makes
melt his
no
ass.
fucking sense because they literally blew him up before they used the hair dryers. And the hair dryers were infinitely more effective.
Yeah, they were the most effective.
It was fucking weird.
um I'm gonna pull up my notes. I guess I did take notes. I thought the actor who played Jack Frost, like the human version of him before he becomes the snowman, I thought he was pretty good. He was
I
like
did
very
too.
He's very like
Yeah.
cartoonishly evil, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. He because I thought it was funny um when the like the toxic chemicals are getting shot at him, and it like he turns to them, and it like does like a zoom in on his face, and he's like, this is gonna hurt, and then it
Oh my god, dude! All the fucking one-liners in this movie, like I fucking love them, man. They're so
yeah,
funny. Oh my god,
there's a lot of funny moments in this movie.
it's so stupid. Like it's so, but it's funny, man.
It
And
it
the
does, yeah.
music. Oh my god, the
The music,
music that's
the
used
music
in
was
this is
good.
so fucking goofy. It makes me laugh. They had like SpongeBob music after like somebody died or something, like somebody got straight murdered.
Yeah, and it like one thing that was like interesting about this movie too that I thought was kind of funny is that it like I don't want to say like lulls you into a sense of like security, but like a good portion of the beginning of this movie, it's like kind of like this cozy Christmas movie, and it's a little bit campy, and then like yeah, all right. So Jack Frost, he get when he gets doused with the chemicals, he like there it's like a really cool like melting effect. I thought that was kind of neat. Like the special effects they like did in that scene to where it looks like he's like getting like melted like into the ground, and then becomes part of the the snow or whatever. But then after that, it's like pretty tame, and then
Yeah.
they decapitate a child or
Oh
like
my
a
god, yeah,
teenager.
they did. I was so surprised by that.
We've been watching a lot of horror movies recently where someone gets fucking decapitated.
Oh gosh. This
Like
fucking kid, it was crazy.
yeah,
I was not expecting it.
he fucking the snowman like knocks him over, and then the what is it, like a sled or something, just
Hmm.
fucking just fucking decapitates this teenager.
Which was like a childhood fear of mine, like that would and like
Getting
ice skates.
decapitated. Oh, ice skates, yeah. Have you ever seen the
Scary.
video? Have you ever seen the video of the hockey player in
Nope.
like the 90s? He gets his like throat slit by
Ugh, ugh.
yeah, they're like it's a
I can't even think
professional.
about that, man.
It's horrifying. Like it's just like gushing blood. It's terrifying. But yeah, the kid gets decapitated. Um and the kid was a dick. Like he was a bully, like a little bit of an asshole. He says something
Yeah.
to the kid that I wrote down. Uh
There were honestly some really like stupid and funny lines in this movie.
Oh, he says to the kid of the main character, the sheriff, who he bullies, I guess. He says, "Are you deaf as well as butt ugly?" I was like, "What the fuck is this, Little Rascals? Like, what is this dialogue? Like, what are they in the
The
fucking
dialogue
50s?"
is fucking hilarious. It's so like weird. It's
No,
so
the
awkward.
it is like very odd and strange how they communicate with each other, and just like how they talk in this movie. It like has like a weird dry humor to it. Like I don't know
Wait,
if
yeah. Did
yeah,
you hear the
like
tagline for this movie?
no, what is it?
He's chillin', dot dot dot,
Ah,
and killing,
well, this was
dude.
so this movie was like the way that this movie is stylistically and tonally was not what I was expecting. I was expecting like Thanksgiving, like that level of like ridiculousness, like just outright like cartoonish shit. But
Mhm.
it's more in lines with like to me this is like a shittier Gremlins in a way. Like this is like a much
Yeah,
shittier
okay.
like version of Gremlins
I can
to the
see that.
point to the point where like there's dry humor, but then like I do one of my criticisms of this movie that I think like I don't know. I don't know if you agree with, maybe so, maybe not, but I feel like it did take itself a tad too seriously at times, and I think
Yeah,
it could have played up like the
yeah.
campiness a little bit, you know?
They did every once in a while. Oh my god, there was this one part that I loved really much, like really much. What the fuck?
It's
Anyway,
okay.
I really loved it. Um, it was this one part where um that kid was like killed, the one
Yeah.
that like got his head like chopped off, and
Yeah.
then there's like they're like talking about it after, and like the parents are distraught, and blaming the kid, like the smaller kid, that taller kid was like he was bullying
The
the
sheriff's
smaller
kid.
kid. Yeah, and he was bullying the sheriff's kid,
Hmm.
and they so whatever. So that big kid's parents were like freaking out at the little kid or whatever, and that little kid's parent, the sheriff's parents, were like saying like he's like got 2 feet on the kid, like,
Yeah.
and somebody in the background just said, "Not anymore," he or something like that. Like I was like, what? Like there was like no explanation or like anything. Like it was
No.
so or warning. I
It
was like
catches
so
it
caught off guard.
it comes completely out of, and they, like you said, they do that a couple times throughout the movie where you
It's
get this like
so funny.
you get this like really out there, oh my god, like we didn't mention it yet, the opening narration is one of the fucking weirdest ways to open a movie. It's like this character telling this like horrifying story, and he's like talking to this little girl, and he's like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
do you want a scary story or a happy story? And she's like, a happy scary story. And then he goes into this like vivid
Mhm.
horrifying story about like this guy who likes to like stick knives into people, and she's like,
Yeah.
why did he hurt people? And he's like, oh, I don't know, because he fucking likes stabbing people. What do you want me to
Mhm.
say? So he
Yeah.
says some shit like that. And that's why I was like, okay, so this is gonna be campy. And then the movie starts, and I'm like, oh, this isn't that campy. This like, I mean, it is, but
I
it's
totally
such
get
a
you.
you get it? Like
No, I was right there with you.
it's
I
such a
thought it was
weird,
weird
yeah.
because they kind of go back and forth in this movie. You can feel it when you're watching it,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I like enjoyed both kind of perspectives or like both like takes.
Mhm.
So I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
It's definitely a
I don't
fun
know.
movie to watch. Like it's definitely
Yeah,
entertaining. And
it's yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say cuz going off what I was getting at earlier is that the movie it's like it is it's not actually, it's not that brutal. Yes, there's like a decapitation.
It gets a little
But that's what I,
dang,
yeah,
man.
no, that's what I was gonna say is like, and they save the most brutal kill for like the most innocent character. So we were talking about
Yeah,
the son who gets
I was so
decapitated.
upset.
Dude, it's insane. I was sitting there, I was like, holy shit. But basically, so the kid gets decapitated. The kid's an asshole, and then
Mhm.
the dad is also an asshole. Like the dad is like such a douchebag to the wife. Like the wife is like just upset about like their son dying, and
She's so meek. It's so sad.
he's just like this asshole and like bullies the shit out of her. He gets killed because the Jack Frost as the snowman, he shoves
Mhm.
like a baseball bat down his throat, like in one clean swift movement, shoves an entire baseball bat down this guy's gullet. And then the mother, who is again like the most innocent, sweet, kind character in the movie,
Yeah.
gets Christmas lights wrapped around her goddamn throat
Mhm.
and then shoved into like ornaments repeatedly. So like all this
Yeah.
broken glass just gets like impaled in her face.
Yeah, dude. I was like, because like early on, she was like so sweet. She was like, "Look, Sheriff, I made wings. It looks so nice." And it was like for a snow sculpture thing that they were doing, like a community thing, and that's like where you kind of see the dynamic between her and the husband, um, and how he's such a dick, and she's just like having to like apologize for him and all this shit. It made me mad. But like the one thing that she said was was and fuck. She said, one thing that I wanted to be when I grew up was to be an angel on top of a Christmas tree. And I'm like, oh, so that's how she's gonna die. And I'm like, got like actually upset because I'm like, no, this is not. I know this is not a prediction because this will actually happen because that's just obviously what they were going for, and it happened, and it
Good
made me
setup
so
and
mad.
payoff.
It made me so mad when it actually happened.
Nah, it was. I enjoyed it. I like a little bit of foreshadowing, a little bit of a setup and payoff. You know.
And
Um.
speaking of that, one of my oh my god, my favorite one
Yeah.
was was fucking earlier on in the movie, um the sheriff's son makes the dad food,
Yeah.
and it's like oats, he says, he calls it, or oatmeal or whatever the hell,
Hmm.
and he's like, Daddy, I made it special for you. And he's like, also the kid's like 10, he should know better. But anyways,
I don't want to be
what
rude.
I
I think
what
that
I
kid had a few screws loose.
I don't know, man. Like, anyways, so
The way they.
he made him the
Yeah.
food, and then the sheriff, he like has the food like with him in his car, and he knows he's not gonna eat it. And then he like throws it away at some point, and then he's like,
Yeah.
ah, and then he like takes it back out, and then he puts it back, excuse me, into his car, and and I'm like, oh, so this is like Chekhov's gun, so uh we're just gonna wait to see how this plays out. And it ended up being like such a turning point in the movie. Like, I like the climax. I'm like,
Yeah. Like
why?
pivotal moment.
And do you know why? Because the because at some point, like, they're cornered by Jack Frost,
Yep.
and the sheriff gets the bag of fucking oats, to his knowledge, and throws it at the fucking Jack Frost, and it like burns his skin, which is
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
And the kid was like, I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry, I made it special for you. And then he's like, what did you put in it? It's okay, just what did you put in it? And then he's like, antifreeze. And then he's just like laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck did this kid do? He said he made it so he wouldn't get cold, and I'm like, you are old enough to know that that's hogwash.
Dude, that's why I'm like, again, another similarity with Gremlins. Because remember how we talked about in Gremlins that Billy is like 19 years old but acts like he's 12? This kid is like 10 but acts like he's 4.
It's nuts, man.
Antifreeze, he literally he almost poisoned his father.
He almost fucking killed him, dude.
That's insanity. This movie is fucking off its rocker.
Literally, that would have been its own horror movie in itself if they just like didn't have Jack Frost, but they let the kid poison his own dad.
Ooh, fan theory. This movie actually is a prequel to Sinister. And spoilers for Sinister if you haven't seen those movies, guys. But the sheriff's kid in this movie was contacted by Bagul, and he was actually trying to kill his dad.
Shut the fuck up.
It's all connected, Aaron.
Shut up.
This
I
is
see you with your like red yarn that on your bulletin board.
this is my Pepe Sylvia moment. I love It's Always Sunny. I haven't watched that in forever. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
I've only watched the first episode, I think.
Oh, the gang gets racist? Dude,
Yeah.
fun fact, that was shot at Temple's Student Center.
Really?
Fun fact for anybody who doesn't know, I went to Temple. Yeah, it looks
That's so dope.
looks completely different now than what it did in that episode, because that was like 2004 when that show came out, that first episode. No, dude, you gotta watch it, because you don't even get to where, like, Danny DeVito doesn't even join the show until season 2. And once he joins the show, it gets even better. And I don't know. Just watch season 4. Like, It's incredible.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll give it a shot.
why did I bring up It's Always Sunny? What were we talking about?
We were talking about something, that's for sure.
Shit. I know I had a reason for bringing up It's Always Sunny.
Oh, Pepe Sylvia,
Oh,
because
that yeah, because that's the Pepe Sylvia
your
show.
fucking theory.
Yeah, no, it's the SU, the Sinister Universe. Did I mention to you? We might have talked about it off the podcast, but Insidious and Sinister were supposed to have a crossover. They were gonna do a combined.
Really?
Yeah, it was gonna be called Insinister. No, that's not a joke. They were actually gonna call it
Really?
Yeah, and they were gonna say that Bagul came from the Further. Like, I don't know how.
Okay.
Speaking of that, not to detract too much, but did you in other movie news, did you see that Scream 7 lost both of its fucking lead
Did
stars?
we? Did I thought we talked about this?
I don't know if we did, but
I'm
that
pretty sure. Oh,
man, I
no,
don't
I
know.
talked to somebody at work about this. Yeah, how about that, man? That's
Dude,
gonna be. I was like,
yeah.
I'm so bummed out because I had a lot of faith in the Scream franchise because of how like highly regarded I've heard it to be.
Dude, it's my favorite horror franchise. It fucking sucks.
Dude,
I think
that's a
it's
shame, man.
I
It's such a
know.
shame.
I had really because I had felt that Melissa Barrera was not very good in Scream 5, but that in Scream 6 she like really like elevated her performance, and obviously Jenna Ortega is great, and to lose both of them, it fucking sucks, man.
That
Uh, Either way,
that sucks a lot, dude.
it's a bummer. I'm really bummed out of it. I think it's still salvageable. I think the two most likely routes are they try to bring Nev Campbell back, and if they do, great, they can make her the lead again. That's fine. Or they just completely reboot the franchise and do a completely new set of characters that have no connection to the old ones, and that's something I could see them doing. But
That'd be interesting.
I'd be down for that.
They can try.
Oh, do you want to know a really funny scene? Bringing this, I guess, full circle back to Jack Frost.
Yeah.
When so Shannon Elizabeth, we didn't mention her character is the sister of the asshole kid, the douchebag father, and the sweet mother that all get killed.
Mm.
And she knows that her brother died, and she's going out to blow off some steam and meet up with a boy. And her dad is like, her dad like grabs her and is like, I feel like 2 seconds away from like beating the shit out of her because he's just an asshole. But either way,
Yeah, he
she leaves.
sucks.
She leaves, doesn't know her parents get killed, so she's just out and about, and she breaks into the sheriff's house along with her boyfriend, and they're gonna go. And you think they're about to have sex, but it's like the winter time, and so there's like a 2 minute montage of them taking off like just layers and layers of winter clothing, like heavy jackets and sweaters
Oh
and
my
like
god, dude,
thermals
yeah.
and like all of this
It
shit.
is so fucking funny. Yeah, they have like 10 layers on.
And then they finally get down to their like last layer of clothing, and then she's like, if
It's
you
like
want
those like
me.
pajama
Yeah, like thermal
things.
pajamas or whatever,
Yeah.
like long johns or whatever, and she's
Oh,
like, if you
that's the name that I was looking
yeah,
for.
yeah, long johns. And she's like, if you want me, you have to get a roaring fire and a bottle of wine. Which I don't think he gets wine. I think he gets champagne because it's bubbly, and wine is not bubbly.
Yeah, he also like went like ack when he drank it.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Like,
That's
what is the Chardonnay too strong for you?
because
Oh, that's
Shannon.
a white, isn't
Well,
it?
Shannon Elizabeth is sexy, and
It's
I'm
white
like,
or red.
he's like, oh, I don't want to break into that house. I was like, shut up, go in there. You see how hot she is? That's Nadia from American Pie. You sick fuck. Get in there.
He's kind of pretty.
She's very
It's like
attractive. You get to see her naked in American Pie. So
I more think about her as really funny because I remember watching Scary Movie and like loving Scary Movie. Like the first Scary Movie was so much fun.
she's yeah. She's funny in that movie. I like her in American Pie. It's just weird in retrospect hearing her do that accent because
Yeah,
she's so clearly white.
yeah, I would
um,
have to listen to that.
but Yeah. Anyway, it's funny because they don't even get to have sex, and
Yeah.
because
No.
he gets, oh, that's a cool death too. That's when you find out that Jack Frost can shoot like icicles at people because he like shoots an
Oh yeah.
icicle through.
That was
Well,
nice.
he shoots him once into the wall, like pins him to
Mhm.
the wall, and then shoots him again. To which I first I thought he shot him through the head, but I think it was his heart because it's like beating. Like when it goes through, it like you see
Yeah,
like
I'm
it
pretty sure it
beat.
is the head, but I don't understand why it was beating.
Yeah, I was gonna say I debate because like do brains beat? I don't
Because
think
it
they
very
do.
clearly was going towards his head, and
Yeah,
I'm not
I don't know.
entirely sure if brains do that.
I don't
I
know
don't
enough about
know.
brains. If you're a doctor and
Neither
for
do
some
I.
reason you listen to us, let us
What?
let us know in the comments. Do brains do that?
Okay.
Because
Let's have that happen. That's
I don't
cool.
have my medical degree. Yeah, this movie's fun. I like it. I'm interested that you like mentioned the music because like I did think it was funny, but I don't really remember too much of the music. Um Oh, but I wanted to point out there's like surprisingly some good cinematography in this movie
Oh yeah.
and some really cozy set design. Like this is like
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I would recommend people watch
I
this if
hadn't
you're a
considered that.
horror fan and just like want like a good Christmas horror. Not okay, I'm not going to say this movie is great or even that good like
An
quality wise.
enjoyable an
Yeah.
enjoyable comedy horror experience.
Exactly. It's an enjoyable like seasonal horror movie, and that in
Right.
and of itself I think earns a place in like this is like I felt very, it was what, December 1st we're recording this. I watched this morning,
I want to
and
watch Krampus.
I also want to watch Krampus. I'm also, like I said last week, I'm very excited to revisit Black Christmas again. I'm just pumped. I may watch that. Nah, I don't want to watch that tonight. Maybe tomorrow. But no, tomorrow's football day. Nah, I'm all over the place. But yeah, I this movie, oh, it had like I mentioned the cinematography. Like there's some really cool like POV shots of like, because one of the things that we didn't mention about Jack Frost is that he like can move from location to location like as water. Like when he
Mhm.
melts, he can like transport himself, I guess, essentially. And so you have a couple shots where you get his POV when he's water, and it's like a POV looking up at the characters, and there's water over the camera lens, and it's cool because it's like 1997, so it wasn't CGI. Probably it was like done
Yeah.
practically, and I don't know, it was just
They
like
had like a
neat,
lot of
clever.
practical stuff in there. It was just like
Yeah,
I love the practical effects in this movie.
I do, except for Jack Frost. Like
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed with the main practical effect for Jack Frost, and
Yeah.
like
It
I
was
mean,
kind of funny, but then it was also kind of like it kind of took me out of it a little bit.
yeah, because that you think of other movies with like great puppetry, like you think of Gremlins, which we
Hmm.
mentioned earlier. Even something like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, like they do some really
Yeah.
cool stuff with like
Oh, they did a
the
lot of cool stuff.
yeah, yeah, like whether it's like just like the designs of all the different, like the short clown and the fat clown, and then you got the Clownzilla, which is awesome, and like cool stuff like that. And that I wish this movie had kind of pushed those boundaries a little bit, got a little crazier, a little wackier. Maybe it would have
A little
gotten better
sillier.
reception, a little sillier.
Hmm.
But I do appreciate that dry humor. Um,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it worked for me pretty well. It's a movie that I'd say that I'm willing to like watch again, you know.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I wouldn't hesitate to put this on again. All right, maybe I'd hesitate a little bit.
Yeah,
I would watch it.
I would probably
It
hesitate a
wouldn't
little
be
bit,
my
but
it
I would watch it again.
it wouldn't be my dude. That we should someone should pay us to write the reviews that go on the cover of DVDs and Blu-rays, like because we
Yeah,
just described the movie perfectly. I would
totally.
hesitate a little bit to rewatch this, but I'd probably watch it. Just put that on the Blu-ray case.
Put that in the that
Imagine digging
name
through the $5
section.
bin and you see that.
No, that's just a genre.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like watching those movies.
Yeah. I'd watch this again. God damn it, the call failed again.
Hello, Senor Jake. Fuck.
Son of a bitch.
Oh shit.
All right, more technical problems. Back into it again.
I'm starting to think it might be your thing, man, because I like
Probably.
you like don't even glitch on mine.
We probably both have bad Wi-Fi, and it's a combined
That's
shit show.
You're probably right.
But anyway,
Do I come through okay for you?
now you do. Earlier it was bad. Earlier it was very laggy,
Oh damn.
but now it's fine. Yeah. I guess like again, like I would rewatch this movie. I think there's areas like we said that could be improved. I think it could have been a little campier, or a little sillier. I wish like it had a better score. Like if it had like a really killer soundtrack, like something like Killer Clowns does,
Yeah.
which just has really dope like 80s synth score. I would vibe with that a little bit more, or something a little bit
You really
unique.
love your synth, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, who doesn't love 80 synth scores?
Oh, I love
Fun
synth scores.
fun fact. Do you use Spotify or do you use Apple Music?
I use Spotify.
Okay, so you have a Spotify Wrapped. Dude, guess who was in my top 5 for Spotify Wrapped most listened to artists?
Who's that?
Fucking John Carpenter.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And you know what it was
That is
is
so fucking
after we did the Halloween 3 podcast with my friend Josh, and he had mentioned in that podcast that even though Halloween Kills and Ends are stupid, dumb goofball movies, that the scores in them are really great still, and that I should re-listen to them. And so after that, I like spent like a week and a half just listening to the Halloween soundtracks of like Halloween's 2018 Kills and Ends, and like yeah, those soundtracks do go fucking hard. Like they fucking slap.
yeah, man.
I vibe
That's
with those
cool.
heavily.
Side note,
Shin the movie
should
soundtrack.
we share our our Spotify Wrapped
Dude, I'm down.
top artists?
Let's do it. I'd love to hear yours. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
You go first.
All right. Well, John Carpenter was my number 5.
That's dope.
Yeah, John Carpenter was my number 5. I'm pretty impressed with mine. I have good music taste. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, all right, all right.
Number 4, A Tribe Called Quest. Shout out to the New York jazz rap scene. Number 3, I got Radiohead, which
Oh
is
damn.
yeah, Radiohead slaps. Number 2,
That's dope.
Talking Heads. Another fucking awesome band.
Mhm.
And number 1, my favorite band of all time, The Strokes.
Nice.
Yeah, cannot go wrong with The Strokes.
You recommended them to me.
They are, yeah. If anyone's like a big fan of like rock and alt rock, I Is This It? Their album, their debut album is great. Room on Fire is just as good, and then their most recent album, The New Abnormal, fucking 3 awesome albums. Highly recommend those.
Sick, man.
Yeah, let's hear yours.
All right.
I'm actually
So,
really curious because I don't know your music taste at all.
you don't, and I don't know if you'll know anybody except for like one.
Okay.
So, um, number 5 is Forest. That's Forrest.
Okay.
With a period at the end. Um, I like his like vibey music. He
Mm.
does like some Christian music now, which I haven't really like listened to, but he tends to make just like generally vibey music, and that's what I usually listen to. I guess it's like his older stuff then, but yeah. So then there's the number 4, the Backseat Lovers. Dude, this band is so good. Um, that's the whole you can really say. Number three is The Rare Occasions. They're also really good. I like them a lot.
All right.
Then there's number two, Tyler the Creator.
Fuck
I've
yeah.
I've really just been listening to a couple or like a handful of his songs just like on repeat for the past like month. So
Can I guess the
that's
songs?
go for it.
Can you give me the album? Is it one album or multiple albums?
It's multiple, I think.
All right, give me one album.
Flower Boy.
Oh, there's so many good Fireboy songs. You like more vibey stuff.
Sure.
Shit. It's this isn't a vibey one. Is it Who Dat Boy?
No,
Oh,
I don't think I've heard that one.
oh, that song's with ASAP Rocky. That song goes hard. That's the one that's like Who
I
Dat
should
Boy?
I should
Who
listen.
him is somebody tell him who knew the fuck. Shit's so good.
I'm
Who Dat
so
Boy?
sorry. I clipped the audio with my fucking keys.
No, you're good. You're good, son. Fuck. All right. Shit. I don't know.
This is
Who,
fun, man.
what songs?
It's "See You Again"
Fuck yeah. Okay, see you
featuring
again's great.
Kelly. I don't know how to say her last name. Kelly.
He
Uchis?
does a version of
Uchis.
that in his
Uchis.
Tiny Desk concert that is fucking fantastic.
Dude, I know. That's where I found it, and I was like, this sounds like something I need to continue listening to. So I did. All right.
Fuck yeah.
What was I looking for? Oh yeah, which song? All right, Spotify. What have we got for me?
My favorite of his is Igor. I
Oh.
fucking love Igor.
I don't know the album. Let me check.
Should we just turn the rest of this video into going over our Spotify
Yeah, we're
rap?
just doing that. Yeah, I mean,
I'm-
we can do that. We can talk about whatever. It's our fucking podcast, man.
Damn right. I'm into it. I'm down.
All right. You want to know what? How about we say our scores now? How we generally feel about the movie,
Okay.
and then we just kind of like let it
Talk
run.
about our Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm in. Okay. I
All
love
right.
music and I don't get to talk about it enough. All right, let's do that. All right, I'm going to give Jack Frost a 5.8 Frosties out of 10.
All right, sure. I'll give. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 6.4 antifreezes, antifreeze oats out of 10.
Wait, what was your score?
6.4
6.4.
antifreeze.
Hey, that's
oats
one of
out
our
10.
that's one of our closest ones. That gets a 6.1 out of 10 between Aaron and I. Okay, on to
Yeah.
Spotify Wrapped. So-
okay, wait. Let me find the song that I was
Yes.
telling you about. Okay. What is the album called where he's like holding a little baby alligator? Actually, I think that's it. Actually, that is an alligator. I think. Do you know that one?
Shit. Is that one of his earlier albums?
It might be.
I'll be honest, I am less familiar. I've listened to Goblin a little bit and Cherry Bomb,
Okay.
but I'm
Um,
more of a Flower Boy on Tyler, like Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost. Like that's my he's so fucking good though.
He was pretty rad, man.
Who's your oh wait, so he's number 2. Who's your number
Oh.
1?
Yes. Oh, I know it off the top of my head. Kai Dreams.
I'll be honest, you were right. I didn't know any of them except for Tyler.
I know. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Shit. I'll have to. You'll have to text me all those artists. I'll have to give them all a listen.
Yeah, it's like lo-fi, some hip hop. Oh, hang on. Let me see what I screenshotted for my story that I cared about. Okay, so my top genres, which is people have been arguing about this online and I agree because I don't understand it.
Okay.
My top one is POV indie. The fuck does POV mean?
Yo, that's point of view indie, baby.
Yeah, I'm like, what is point of view indie? I like indie music. I don't know what the fuck POV indie music is, but whatever. Anyways, after that, and it's a close second is lo-fi rap. Under that is hip hop. It's a little bit, a little smidgen of hip hop, and then under that
Little
uh,
smidge.
is lo-fi beats. Actually, they're pretty equal, hip hop and lo-fi beats. Um, uh, I need to take a trip to San Luis Obispo, USA, because people there are far more likely to be fans of the Backseat Lovers, Kai Dreams, and Peach Pit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Was that your like city or whatever?
What do you mean?
Like everybody got like a city or
Oh
some
yeah, that was my
shit.
city. Yeah, San Luis Obispo, San Luis. What were your top songs?
My top songs. Uh, you want my top 10 or my top 5?
Um, top. Oh, I don't have my top 10. I'd have to check
Well,
that.
on your playlist, it'll go in order,
Oh, let me
like
check
your
that.
your Spotify playlist.
Yeah, we're not
Uh,
sponsored by Spotify.
I wish we were Spotify sponsored. I mean,
Me
we are
too.
on
You really
Spotify.
saved that there.
Most of our people don't listen to us on Spotify though.
Really?
Where's my
Oh
fucking
yeah.
playlist? Yeah, most people listen to us on YouTube.
My internet is so fucking garbage right now.
Yeah, I turned my Wi-Fi off on my phone. All right. While you're looking yours up, I'll give you my top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. My 10th most listened to song was 15 Step off of Radiohead's In Rainbows, which is also my favorite Radiohead album. Psycho Killer from Talking Heads off of their debut album.
Sick.
This Is Why off the new Paramore record, which came out this year.
I love Paramore, dude.
Their new album was rockin'. Really good comeback. Welcome to My Island
I love
by
Haley Williams.
she's love her. Welcome to My Island by Caroline Polachek, really good modern pop artist. Electric Relaxation from A Tribe Called Quest's Midnight Marauders album.
Hmm.
Lost by Frank Ocean, Channel Orange.
Hmm.
Weird Fishes off of Radiohead's In Rainbows. 22 Over Soon from Bon Iver. There is a light that never. What is it called? There is a night. There is a light that never goes away. No, goes on. Goes out. There's a light that never goes out. I always
There you
forget the
go.
full title. From the Smiths. I really got into the Smiths this year, which is kind of funny. If any of you have seen David Fincher's new movie, Michael Fassbender's character in that movie exclusively listens to the Smiths. And then my number one most listened to song of the year was Skinny Ape off of the new Gorillaz album.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that album. Thought it was kind of mid, but the songs that I did like on that album, I really, really liked. And Skinny Ape being one of them.
Is
Yeah,
that a controversial opinion of yours, do you find?
this is about the new Gorillaz album.
Yeah. Or is
I
that like
don't.
the general consensus?
I'm not too sure. I don't know what people really felt about it.
You didn't see any rants online or
No, I didn't see any discourse.
dude,
I wonder what Pitchfork gave it.
have fucking been trying to get my top songs for so
Oh,
long right now.
Pitchfork gave it a 6.5. So, yeah, I'm kind of around that area. So I guess I'm that's the common opinion is that it's an okay album.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was fine. There were some good songs. I was really disappointed because there was one song with Stevie Nicks, and I love Stevie Nicks and I love Fleetwood Mac, but really underwhelming song
Oh,
overall.
that's a
But there were
fucking
some
bummer.
other, yeah, there were some other good ones. Skinny Ape was a great song. Silent Running was great. And the title song Cracker Island with Thundercat, which if any of you are Kendrick Lamar fans, Thundercat is featured heavily on To Pimp a Butterfly. He's on a lot of the tracks in that album.
Huh. Yeah, man. That's fucking cool. You know what's not fucking cool? The connection here.
Do you have your top 5 at least?
Yeah, I got my top five. Okay. So my top five songs. My number five is Notion, the acoustic version by the Rare Occasions.
Oh.
Um, I fucking love acoustic versions of
Yeah.
like any song.
Yeah.
They're so nice and they make me feel happy. Um, watch your Number four is Watch Your Mouth by the Backseat Lovers. Um, I fucking love this song. I jammed out to this song real hard in Japan. It was such a rad
Yeah.
time. Yeah, man. It was uh it's in my Japan playlist. I think all these songs actually,
Do you
except for the one, is in my Japan playlist.
do you like I think I don't want to I want to make sure I get the race right.
Oh boy.
Do you no cuz I have a
Are we
good
entering Jake is canceled again territory or
Okay, yeah, all right. So I'm glad I didn't say anything. Do you
yeah.
like South Korean music?
Um
um
were you gonna say K-pop?
no, I was going to say Japanese rock, but they're South Korean. I'm just an
Oh,
idiot. I'm just an idiot.
oh. Huh.
But it's a band called Parannoul, and they're like a South Korean alt rock group. They're really good.
Huh.
They have one of my favorite albums of the year. Really dope ass album.
I feel like I keep consistently finding new K-pop like groups and whatnot, like being like
K-pop's
revered
fun.
left and right, and I just don't know. Like I feel, to me, I feel like I'm must be living under a rock because they just come out of nowhere.
They do
But
pop
I'm
up
like,
like
all right,
they do pop up frequently.
whatever you like, man. I
I had my
appreciate it.
Blackpink phase where I was like really into
That
Blackpink
was
because
one of them. I remember that.
yeah, they're good. They're talented. That's fun. I like the
That's
music
cool.
videos. The music videos are really cool. But anyway, yeah, what
I like the dancing. I
the
think
dancing's
it
they're
looks
very
like so much
talented.
fun.
Yeah, very coordinated.
Yeah, I would love to be that coordinated.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Anyway, anyways, number three
Yeah.
is Just a Boy by also by the Backseat Lovers.
Mm.
Um, uh, God, it's a good band, man.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
have to give him a listen.
yeah, man. Number two, Give Up Baby Go by Peach Pit. That is like I could, man. It's just such a fun song to sing along to.
Mm.
I like doing that.
Nice.
Then number one is "See You Again" by Tyler the Creator, featuring Kali Uchis.
Ka Kali Uchis.
Uchis.
Yeah, dude, that's a great
Uchis.
Tyler song. He's got so many bangers. So many good songs.
I've only listened / liked to
Yeah, I would listen
so
to.
far.
I would highly recommend, like I said, the big three: Flower Boy, Igor, and then Call Me If You Get Lost. Really, really fucking great albums. Igor is just like a sonic orgasm. I swear, dude. The production on
Yeah,
that album is fucking ridiculous. The opening song alone, is Igor's theme, and it's just this like pulsating, fucking pounding, uh, fucking opening with like that just gets you so hype, and oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, the production on that album is. I would say. I would say Call Me If You Get Lost probably has his best rapping, but Igor has his best production. It's just fire front to back. Efficient too, dude. Clocks in at like a nice 30 something minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all right. How far into
I would
this
give
thing?
to that.
Oh shit, we're an
Sorry, I
hour and
found
11 in.
my top songs of 2023.
Hell yeah.
Finally, it's finally loaded. Um, so one, See You Again. Two, Give a Baby Go. Just a Boy. Watch Your Mouth. No Notion. And then number 6. I don't want to say this is embarrassing because it's not. Because I love it. I really really love this song, but it's Share Your Address by Ben Platt, and it's not like the original version, like the one that's like on Spotify, or like
Yeah.
it's not the like regular studio version.
Mm.
It's it's live from Radio City Music Hall that he played from like there's like a he has it as a special on Netflix, and that's how I found it. And I was like, damn, like that's such a fucking good song. So I put it on, I saved it on
Not
Spotify, and I fucking listen to it all the time.
man's
I love it.
got dear Evan Hansen out here.
Fucking yeah, man, he's incredible. Um, Lost in You by Kai Dreams is
Mm.
7. Boys Will Be Bugs by Cave Town and 8, which is like kind of wild because I don't remember listening to that song that much, but I do. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I totally have. Never mind. Um, wait. So what number was that? 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so number 9 is Origami by The Rare Occasions,
Mm.
and number 10 is Kilby Girl by The Backseat Lovers.
I will say you have a I can't even I'll say very unique taste in music. Like I
That's
genuinely I feel like I know a lot of music and I haven't heard any of these artists. I'm intrigued to check them out. Like
yeah.
uh, to give them some ear time and just see like what they're about, especially the what is it, the
The
backseat
Backseat
lovers.
Lovers, dude. I like that's like I feel like a legit fan. Like, well,
Mm-hmm.
not like a big fan that would know like all these facts about them, but like I feel more like a fan. Like I can't say too much about how much I like Peach Pit because I really just have like that song and I think like one or two others in my like this somewhere. But but like that one was like my real top thing. But for Backseat Lovers, like I have a bunch of these in this list, and like they're just so
Are you
good.
a full album guy?
No, I don't really go through like the whole album, but like every once in a while I'll stumble upon like another song from that album, and the last time I heard a song from that album was like forever ago, like years ago even.
Mm.
And yeah, there's a lot of songs from bands that I used to like that I like didn't really care to, I guess, explore, but I
Mm-hmm.
probably should.
No, I was gonna say like I really strongly recommend like because I growing up like I always like enjoyed music and liked music, but it was always like, oh, I'd listen to like the hits, and then like you said, like occasionally like you stumble upon like another song from that band that maybe is like lesser
Mm.
known, and it's like, oh, I like this song too. And it wasn't until like sophomore junior year of college where I was like, I'm gonna start treating music like I treat movies, and like you don't
Yeah.
just watch random scenes from movies, right? Like you watch the whole thing. So I started listening to albums, like full albums from like bands and stuff that I liked, and then like looking into more. And honestly, it's just like it gave me like a better appreciation for music. Like oh, like it's not just like oh, I really like this single or I really like this song. It's like I because I feel like artists, at least like the best ones, they construct albums in like very specific ways. Like they like put the songs in a specific order, not always to tell a story, but just like even like sonically, like and like
Yeah.
sound wise, like so it's cohesive and stuff. And I don't know, it was cool. And like even like some artists like Kanye or Kendrick, who they have like little skits or little which if you go back and
Like
listen to, he doesn't really
narratives.
do it anymore. Yeah, like these little like weird things, but if like you go back and listen to like Kanye's first album, The College Dropout, and he's got like all these little skits of like frat guys like doing these like frat chants and shit, and it's like I don't know, it's weirdly charming in a way. And like
Yeah.
obviously you'd never like just listen to that on your own, like you're not just like going for a drive like, oh, I'm gonna put on a skit. But when you like listen to an album, it's like, oh, it's kind of like a story in a sense, a little narrative. I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, man. I
But
totally get that. That sounds like a fun time, like a kind of storytelling thing.
yeah, it's I don't know. It gives you like a I guess like just like a better appreciation of like, oh, these like they got songs outside of their hits. And I don't
Mm.
know. And a lot of the best songs just to end up not being the ones that get radio play. Like one of the biggest ones for me is the song "Get Lucky" for Daft Punk off of
Yeah.
their album Random Access Memory. It's like I get why that was the radio hit, but that's probably not even like a top 5 song on that album. Like
Yeah.
they got some insane stuff on there.
Mm.
Sad they broke up. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Maybe if there's another
Fuck.
Tron movie, they'll come back and do the Tron soundtrack.
I used to think that that's what they were from. Yeah, I really don't know
Yeah.
shit.
No, in hindsight, it's like that's like a perfect pairing. Like it works out perfectly. All right. Shall we not to make too much of wordplay or puns, but shall we wrap this up?
Uh, uh,
Uh,
um, yeah, I guess so. I was just like
Which-
looking at my rap stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff that
I've-
they have here.
I've been listening to my Wrapped playlist all week, and I'm like, this is good. This is
Yeah,
good
man.
shit. This is. I was like, I listened to some bangers this year.
Had to
Oh,
make sure
shit.
we don't get copyright strike.
It's
Struck
yeah.
out.
I don't think YouTube cares enough.
Hard to say.
Damn. But
I listen to
yeah.
4 genres.
So shall we get into next week's recommendation and say goodbye to these gold?
Absolutely.
So
Let's do this.
I want to do a curveball. We've done a lot of fun bad movies in the last like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So do we want like we had another bad movie planned for next week. Do we want to throw a curveball and do like a really good movie?
Sure. Let's do a
Do you-
really good fucking movie.
Do you want to do The Thing?
Yeah.
All right,
do
let's do The Thing.
Let's fucking
original-
do it.
Let's do the original John Carpenter The Thing from 1982. One of my favorite horror movies, so I'm very excited. Yeah, we had a different movie planned, but I figured it'd probably be more fun to switch it up a little bit. Do a really good movie, have a good discussion about that.
I'm excited.
All right, guys. So that's been decided. The Thing, 1982, John Carpenter. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm sure it's on some streaming service. If not, rent it from Amazon or pirate it. I don't care.
Do what you gotta do. I mean,
dude.
don't do that. We don't
Yeah.
advise doing that.
Do whatever you want. It's America. It's a free country.
I am just out there pointing out that I am winking right now. That it does not have to be for a particular reason, but I'm
You're
doing
not
it.
winking. You're just blinking. You're just using both eyes.
They can't see that. Why would you
What is-
say that?
What is that? Rocket Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy? It's like he's like trying to wink, and he's like, "I can see you."
Oh my god. Yeah.
All
I
right,
love those
guys.
movies.
As always, you can find this podcast over on Instagram at Scared Speechless. We are anywhere that you get your podcast: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Throw us on whenever you have an hour and some change to listen to two hunks just talk about their Spotify Wrapped and sort of talk about a horror movie. But yeah, throw us on whenever you get a free moment, guys. Morning drives into work on your way home. If you're going in the morning on your walk to get coffee or do what it, take your dog for a walk. I don't care. I know it's cold out, so if you're in a cold weather state, you're probably not going for many walks right now. But
Yeah.
do what you got to do. Throw us on whenever you get a chance, guys.
Throw us on when you're making some special oats and you decide antifreeze is the best way to stay warm in the cold weather.
Fucking goddamn Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer kid.
Jeez.
It's psychotic. He's either psychotic or extremely stupid. There's only two. Those are the two options.
He's
Putting
all-
antifreeze in oats. Are you kidding me?
yeah, I'm sure he knew that's not
So-
the right thing to do.
Fool. Are you sure? Either way, guys. Thanks again for listening.
Hard to say.
We do appreciate it as always. One last time, John Carpenter's The Thing. Next week's episode. Stay tuned to listen to us babble on about that, and we will see you guys on the next episode of Scared Speechless. Goodbye.
Bye.